Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys the fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty strange show for you guys here today. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So I gave myself a challenge this week, and the challenge is to do my best to stay away from absolutely crazy topics, right? And I thought that I was off to a pretty decent start. But then I woke up this morning and it looked like it wasn't going to last for much longer because there were things that were being said out there that I definitely had to give my raw reaction to. So, as you guys know, the Lakers have been heating up as of recent. They've won their last 7 games in a row. It's important that I say this because LeBron fans are going to be crying in the comment section. Congratulations to LeBron for scoring 50,000 career points cumulative between playoffs and the regular season. It's a new stat. They made it up for him. Congratulations to him. I hope this makes Lakers fans or LeBron fans very, very excited. I'm happy for you. Enjoy this moment. All right, let's move forward. So, the Lakers have been red hot. They won their last 7 games in a row. They beat the living hell out of the Clippers in 2 consecutive games. And while we're talking about the Clippers, let me just say this. The Clippers are a waste of time. They just need to throw that team away, man. I digress. Anyway, so they've been playing very well. They've been beating a lot of above 500 teams, and they've been playing some inspired basketball in the process of this, really putting up some fantastic numbers along the way. And LeBron James himself has been putting up some fantastic numbers to the point where they're saying that he's playing better than his MVP season, I think his MVP season when he was in Miami. I think it was 26 or 27. Now, I think that's laughable. And I think that this is the problem with stats. Stats will tell you any kind of story you want it to hear. You want to hear. You can put up 2 identical stat lines and they don't tell the full story. Nobody's going to convince me that a 40-year-old LeBron is better than a 27, 26-year-old. Like, let's stop the nonsense, please. Let's stop the nonsense. For God's sakes, let's stop. Just wanted to point that out. LeBron is not as good now as he was then, irrespective of what the stats say. This is a totally different league than he was actually playing real defense. Like, let's just stop the nonsense. He had much more of a motor, more athletic. Like, let's just stop. But anyway, nevertheless, they've been playing very well. So Kendrick Perkins decided to go out there and give a series of hot takes that I said, we got to react to. The first one he said, which was something absolutely insane, was the fact that he was having this refusal to give Nikola Jokic his credit. He was just refusing to do it. And I'm saying to myself, Kendrick, how can you be so easy to give all of this praise to players like LeBron James? When it comes to players like Kevin Durant and Nikola Jokic, you're so reluctant to do it. Like, what is this hesitation with you? Like, I don't understand. Why are you so reluctant to do it? And to me, to me, I personally think that it makes him look very, very bad when he gives these takes. So what we want to do is we want to play some of what Kendrick Perkins had to say today about Nikola Jokic, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Kendrick Perkins had to say there.
I'm not sure if I would put LeBron James as the best player in the league right now. He's been tremendous, of course, this last month, adding Luka to the team, Western Conference Player of the Month. But for me, the best player in the league is Jokic. The guy's averaging a triple-double, 29 points, 13 rebounds, essentially, 10 assists, shooting 44% from 3. The dude is a one-man offense for that Nuggets team, plus 24 differential, was top in the league and has been that way for the past 3 years. I think not only is Jokic the best player in the league, the gap between number 1 and number 2 in the league is as wide of a margin as we've seen since LeBron James was with the Heat, or since maybe in Jordan's era. Jokic is on an island by himself, putting up wilt numbers in this era of the NBA.
Perk, your response really quick. You're wrong. That gap is not wide, and he's not just a clear-cut favorite. It's two sides of the basketball, David. It's two sides of the basketball. You have to play defense. LeBron James has been doing that. That's why the Lakers, since January, has had the best defensive team, because he could play and he could orchestrate and he could direct traffic. Offensively, LeBron James has done everything that J.J. Redick has asked him to do offensively. And on top of that, they're the second seed in the Western.
So you heard what Kendrick Perkins had to say. He's refusing to give Nikola Jokic credit by essentially saying that Nikola Jokic doesn't play any defense and that there's two sides of the basketball. Now, is it correct? Is he correct that there are two sides of the ball? Kendrick Perkins is 100% on the money. He is 100% on the money. There is two sides of the ball, right? You can't be a two-way player that plays offense and plays defense. But what gets me about Kendrick is that over the last few years, I've never heard Kendrick Perkins call out LeBron for not playing any defense. Because for years, LeBron has not played defense. For years. That didn't stop you from heaping praise on him. So all of a sudden now it's becoming a factor. Granted, LeBron has been playing defense. Nikola Jokic isn't known as a defensive stalwart. But that doesn't mean that Nikola Jokic isn't who he is. Okay? The Denver Nuggets is still the three seed in the Western Conference. And the last time I checked, Nikola Jokic isn't playing with an all-star. He's not. He's not. Jamal Murray never made an all-star team. When was Nikola Jokic ever playing with the caliber player of Luka Doncic or Anthony Davis? When? When did that happen? So none of that matters. All the injuries that they had to deal with, none of that matters. None of it matters. Just because LeBron had a stretch where he's playing some good deep basketball, playing some good defense, all of a sudden he's better than Nikola. Like, not better. All of a sudden you don't want to give Nikola Jokic credit. Look, we got to stop. We got to stop. We got to stop. This is the same Kendrick Perkins that we're talking about. Oh, Nikola Jokic trying to go out there and stat pad and all of this stuff. This is rich coming. Like, so you notice Nikola Jokic playing a stat padding, but you didn't notice all of those years where a good percentage of LeBron's points were scored in garbage time. You didn't notice him stat padding then, but you noticed Nikola Jokic stat padding. Look. Whenever you take shots in Nikola Jokic, it shows a gap in your understanding of basketball. You can't demand that people praise and give respect and show reverence to LeBron, but then you don't want to do it to Nikola Jokic or any other great player. Like, how does that work? How does it work? Like, how does it work? These are the same people out here talking about, speaking negatively about the game and the athletes and blah, blah, blah. But this is you now going to Nikola. I don't get it. This the very thing that these guys are complaining about this happening is the very thing you're doing to other players. But it doesn't really resonate with you because these are players that you don't really care too much about. So therefore, you don't even notice yourself doing it. It's just, what's this refusal to give this guy his flowers, man? He's the best player in the world. And there's a chance that, he's going to win another regular season MVP. Now, that's going to drive some of them crazy. Why? I don't know. I don't personally care at all anyway, one way or the other. But these are my thoughts. Y'all let me know why you think Kendrick Perkins is always so reluctant to give Nikola Jokic his flowers. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.